Welcome to live coverage of girls varsity volleyball here on Spuds TV. We got a good one in store for tonight. The Hawley Nuggets visiting the Moorhead Spuds. Hawley coming in with a 1-0 record. They beat Monaga in a sweep of sets 3-0, while the Spuds in their last game lost to the STMA Knights 3-1. Thank you for tuning in to girls volleyball on Spuds TV. I'm Thomas Fox. Glad you're with us. Let's meet the starters for each side, starting with the Nuggets. The right hitters / setters will be Ingrid Rusted and Sella Fleming. The outside hitters will be Katrina Vetter, McKenna Walker, and Mallory Halverson. Then the middle hitter will be Kendall Hill, and the libero will be Hannah Stotts. Now for the Spuds. The outside hitters will be Ryan Ness, Talia Triggs, and a few others will be on the bench. The middle hitters starting on the floor today for these Spuds will be Annie Horan, Aubrey Smith, and Grace Bathurst. Then it'll be Lauren Peterson as the libero / defensive specialist, and Madden Bogenreef will be the setter. The Spuds student section is going to be electric here tonight, as always, as they always manage to bring the energy every home game. The Hawley Nuggets catching fire in their first game of the season. Can they keep it going here against the Spuds in a very loud environment? That answer is a toss-up. Both teams with incredible talent. And looks like Kendall Hill will be checked out for Hannah Stotts, the libero. And now Lauren Peterson will check in for Grace Bathurst. Spuds will start out. Peterson to serve. Crowd is on their feet and off we go. Hawley looking to set up something good here. The bump to Ness, and a quick answer right away for the Spuds, and it's 1-0 in set number 1. Ryan Ness with the first kill of the game for the Spuds. And how about that, a quick answer from Hawley, as it was McKenna Walker tying the game. Peterson with the bump. Horan with the kill. Two to 1 Spuds in set number 1. And Gracie Atchison will serve. Peterson with the bump. Here's Ness. Spuds doing a good job of keeping it in the air. So are the Nuggets. Triggs with the bump in the air. Here's Horan, and that's going to sail over the line. But it'll go in favor of Moorhead. Atchison to serve. And let's see what the call is here, and it's going to be a point for Hawley, as it looked like it was just outside the line, and it's 3-2. Haran with another good hit, but it's deflected out of bounds. This time it results in a Moorhead point, as it was last off a Hawley Nugget. Katrina Vetter last touched it. Kendall Lund will serve now for the Spuds. And almost a recipe for disaster there for the Nuggets. They're able to improvise. Haran with the tip. Doesn't go. And deflected by Triggs. Now they're going to set up for Triggs. Played well by Hawley. Oh, what a nice deflection by Atchison, keeping it in play. Haran with the bump. Here's Hawley, blocked that time, and a point for Moorhead. As Addie Salvavold, Madden Bogenreef with the block right at the net, and it's 5-2. And another block from the Spuds, and it's going to result in a point for Hawley. Hannah Stotts is checked out. Set up for Haran, and it's 6-3. Annie Haran, who got the last kill for Moorhead a couple moments ago, will serve. Quick hit there from Hawley. And a tip from Bathurst doesn't go. And it's 6-4. Sella Fleming with the serve. Here's Triggs. And that was easy. 7-4. A powerful hit from Talia Triggs. And she's been doing that all season long so far. Madden Bogenreef will serve. And that was deflected. Good hit from Rusted. Triggs tries to save it, but it doesn't work out. Good effort from Triggs. But it's 7-5 here in set number 1 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Triggs with the hit. Walker with the hit, and it is going to result in a Moorhead point as that one sails out of bounds. And Ryan Ness comes in for Kendall Lund. And that serve from Triggs goes into the net, and it's 8-6. Isabel Steer comes in for Kendall and Hill. Hannah Stotts, the libero, to serve. And an illegal rotation from the Spuds, and it's an automatic point for the Nuggets, and it's 8-7. It is going to be a dogfight between the two student sections. Who will be the loudest? Tip from Bathurst doesn't go. That one almost went into the net, and it is a 4-hit. 4 hits on the Nuggets as the hit from McKenna Walker went into the net. They tried to reset, and it ended up being 4. 9-7 Spuds. Peterson with the serve. Set up for Steer. Good bump by Peterson. Now Ness. That's deflected, and it's 10-7. Three Spuds close to the net. And that one sails over the line. A powerful hit from Sella Fleming. And it's 11-7 Spuds. Peterson to serve once more. And that almost was 4 hits, but luckily Hawley was able to get away with it, and it's 12-7 as that one just stayed inside the line. And that's deflected by Triggs, and that's going to be a point for the Nuggets as McKenna Walker is able to bring her team to within 4 here in set number 1 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Peterson with the bump. Now Aubrey Smith. Haran will get the kill. 13-8, as that could not be played by Hawley. Aubrey Smith gets checked out for Gracie Atchison, who will serve. And blocked by Ryan Ness. Here's Walker, and she gets the kill, as Triggs could not catch up with it, and it's 13-9. Triggs with the bump. Now Haran with the hit, and that'll sail over the line and out of bounds. 3-point game here in set number 1. And that is a quick, very quick ace there from McKenna Walker, who just made it look easy. And it's 13-11 here in set number 1 as she serves again. Here's Peterson. Haran blocked at the net. And blocked once again, this time by Haran, and a point for Hawley. And it's a 1-point game here in set number 1. A lot of action going on very close to the net, and it goes in the Nuggets' favor. They look to tie it here. Atchison with the bump. And a very good play there. Wow. Madden Bogenreef with the very, very stellar fake. And the Spuds lead is back to 2. Lund will serve now. Bump by Atchison. Here's Triggs. And that went way over the line. But instead, it'll be a point for Moorhead. And it looks like a Hawley player touched the net. And that's going to go to Moorhead as that one sailed out of bounds. And it's 16-12. 3 straight points for the Spuds, and a timeout called by Hawley as they look to talk it over. 16-12 Spuds on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. We'll be back after this timeout. (16-12) coming out of that timeout. Hawley looking to answer. Triggs with the hit. It's blocked at the net. Good save there from the libero, Hannah Stotts. Stotts with the save again. Atchison with the bump. Here's Triggs once again. Blocked at the net again. And it's 16-13. They're putting the clamps on Talia Triggs here in set number 1. And that was the biggest example so far. And that almost looked like it was going to hit the net. Triggs once again, bumped in the air by Walker. Set up to Haran. And this is going to be close. Peterson to Haran. Here's Triggs, Bogenreef, back to Triggs, over the line. (16-14). And a very good play there from Bogenreef. And that one goes in the net, and it's 17-14. A bad hit from Sella Fleming leads back to 3. Haran to serve. And that one's going to sail over the line. And it's 18-14. That was coming in like a rocket. And that is going to be, I believe, what it looked like 4 hits. I think they just may have let that hit the ground. So no 4-hit on the court there, as that serve sails over the line, and it's 19-15. Lauren Peterson is back in, replacing Annie Haran. Sella Fleming with the serve. And it looks to be an illegal rotation. (19-16). And that one just went into the net. An easy point for the Spuds. And it's 20-16 now. And Gracie Atchison heads to the bench. And that's another quick point for Moorhead, as that one went out of bounds. Looked like McKenna Walker tried to bump it over the net or to a teammate, but didn't have the best shot at it. And another quick point for Moorhead as that hit goes over the line once again. And another Hawley timeout as the Spuds are starting to run away with this one here in set number 1. 22-16. We'll be back after this Hawley timeout here on Spuds TV.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
(22-16) as Madden Bogenreef serves it for the Spuds. And blocked at the net by Aubrey Smith, and that results in a point. 7-point lead in set number 1. Bump by Fleming, and that one hits the ground, and that's a kill for the Nuggets. 23-18, as Hawley may be down, but they're staying in it for the most part here. Smith with the tip. Action going on at the net, and 4 hits on Hawley. And it is game point. Triggs to serve. Hawley looking to stay in it. Here's Triggs with the hit, deflected. Good play there from Stotts, excuse me. And blocked at the net once again by Bathurst, and it's going to result in a Hawley point as it was last touched by Bathurst. Hannah Stotts will serve with her team down 6. Peterson with the bump to Aubrey Smith, and that drops, and that's a kill. And that's a set 1 for the Spuds. 25-18, the final of set number 1. And you can hear the student section chanting, "That was easy." And they can say that a million more times, as this has been these Spuds' go-to. Winning set number 1 convincingly. And they go into set number 2 with a lot of confidence. And we will take a quick break here on Spuds TV.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life, and to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful, and it really brings me back every day.
Welcome back to girls volleyball here on Spuds TV. We have a good one so far. The Spuds winning set number 1 versus the Hawley Nuggets. And they look to make it a 2-0 lead. And they've done it before. They have just really dominated at home this season. And it's only the 4th game, but so far it has been domination. And it looks like we'll reset. Ingrid Rustad to serve, and she serves it right into the net. Quick point for Moorhead, 1-0 early in set number 2. Gracie Atchison will serve. Here's the bump from Rustad, and that's deflected by Ryan Ness, but it'll go out of bounds. And it's 1-1 here in set number 2. Here's the serve from McKenna Walker, and that's deflected at the net. Haran tried to get it over. Here's Triggs with the bump. Ryan Ness, and that's going to hit the basketball hoop up near the ceiling, and it's 2-1. Kendall Lund will replace Ryan Ness as she serves it away. And that was filthy. Absolute filth from Katrina Vetter, as Triggs could not do anything about it. And she crossed the line on that serve, and it's 3-2. Took a few too many steps. Easy point for the Spuds. Lauren Peterson goes to the bench. Haran to serve. Set up for Triggs. Blocked at the net once again. They've really had Talia Triggs' number here in this game. Take 2 for Triggs. Blocked once again. And it'll stay in bounds, or looked like it may have been last touched by a Hawley player. And it's 4-3 as that serve from Haran goes into the net. Haran will be subbed out for Kendall Lund. Serve from Fleming. And Bathurst with a nasty kill there. Wasting no time, and it's 5-3 Spuds on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. The Spuds just really have like so much firepower in their lineup. A big reason to their success early this season. Hawley looks to make it 5-4. They can't, and it's 6-3 as that one goes over the net. Or no. A point for Hawley. And play will resume. And Triggs denied at the net once again. And a point rewarded to Hawley. And they managed to tie it up at 5 apiece. Bump by Lund. Here's Bathurst. She does it again. Second time in this set where she's gotten a kill. And it was a beauty. 6-5 Spuds. Triggs will serve now with her team up 6-5. And that was another definition of easy, as that could not be handled there by Ingrid Rusted. And that looked like it hit the net, but play will resume regardless. And a point goes to Moorhead. Eight-5 Spuds here in set number 2. Hawley looking to set up a good scoring chance, and they do. That one just inside the line, and it's 8-6. Hannah Stotts will serve. And oh, what a nice attempt by Peterson to dig it out. A good dig for the most part, but it ends up going out of bounds, and it's 8-7. And another illegal rotation from the Spuds, and this game is tied. That is the second illegal rotation in this game from the Spuds. Bathurst with the good setup, and that one goes way over the line. But it'll go to Moorhead. As there was a net violation on Hawley. And a good play there from Fleming, but it won't matter, as it is 10-8 Spuds. A good dig from Fleming to keep it alive. And that was a pretty play there. Fleming with the great setup to Isabel Steer. And it's 10-9. Ingrid Rusted will serve now for the Nuggets. Triggs with the bump, and it just is able to go over the net. And a point results in favor of Hawley. As that bump from Moorhead goes into the net. And they'll get a quick point there, as it's 11-10. And you can hear the Let's Go Moorhead chants from their student section. Here's the setup, and that looked like it almost touched the ceiling there, and that one goes over the line. A good dig from Lauren Peterson. But the game is tied. McKenna Walker with the serve. Bogenreef to Haran, and that one falls in. 12-11. Ryan Ness will check out. And Kendall Lund will check in, and she will serve. And deflected at the net. Blocked at the net by Bogenreef. And that one cannot be dug out by Peterson. Good job by Steer. And a timeout called by the Spuds. We have a tie game here in set number 2. It is 12-12 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. We will take a quick break here on Spuds TV. Isabel Steer will serve for the Nuggets coming out of that timeout. Peterson with the bump. Bogenreef the setup to Triggs, and that one gets denied once again. My goodness. Hawley has found all the answers for Talia Triggs so far. And oh, that was a nice bump there from Rusted, and that one goes into the net. And a point for Hawley, and it's 12-14 in favor of the Nuggets. Peterson with a bump, now Haran, and that one's deflected off of McKenna Walker, and it's a 1-point game. Here's Annie Haran. A point for Moorhead, and this set is tied 14-14 as Sella Fleming put too much on it, and it goes out of bounds. And a good hit there by Katrina Vetter as that one goes into the net for a point for the Nuggets. And it's 15-14. Sella Fleming with the serve. Triggs deflected once again at the net, and that was almost 4 hits. And Triggs is able to tie the game. That was almost a 4-hit violation on the Nuggets, no call. To me, it looked like it was more than 4, but it was indeed not. 15-15 game here in set number 2. Peterson with the bump. Bogenreef to Bathurst, and she scores. A kill for Bathurst, and she is rolling here in set number 2, 16-15 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Grace Bathurst is putting on a show here in set number 2. Bogenreef with the serve. And an illegal rotation on Hawley, and it's 17-15. Everything coming up Spuds here late in set number 2 as they now lead 17-15. Possibly I spoke too soon as that one goes into the net. Hopefully I didn't jinx them. Hawley down 1. Bogenreef to Triggs, blocked again, but it'll fall anyway. 18-16. Boy, oh boy, Triggs has been denied all game. But that time she was able to get something in her favor as that one was just able to fall. And it was last touched by Moorhead, so it will result in a Hawley point, and it's 18-17. And it looks like someone in the Hawley student section is doing push-ups. At a kid. And Bathurst makes it look easy once again. She is eviscerating the Hawley Nuggets here in set number 2. 19-17 Spuds. Peterson with the serve. Bump from Bogenreef, now Peterson. And that one goes into the net. And it's 19-18. Avery Spanier checked into the game. This game is definitely getting good. It's going to get even better for the Spuds as they get a free point. 20-18 as that serve goes into the net. Ingrid Rustad was serving there, and she could not get it over. Gracie Atchison to serve. Stotts to steer. Triggs with a good dig. Horan. And that one just able to sneak over the net. And it's 20-19. Isabel Steer with the serve. Here's Triggs. Deflected and out of bounds. 21-19. It was deflected by a Hawley Nugget in the backcourt, and a timeout called by Hawley as the Spuds are starting to inch closer to another victorious set. They lead 21-19 here in set number 2 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. We will take another break here on Spuds TV for this Hawley timeout. This game has definitely gotten better, especially here in set number 2. Spuds lead the Hawley Nuggets 21-19. And this is as good as we could have possibly imagined. And it's going to get better, especially for Hawley, as it's 21-20. Isabel Steer will serve. Atchison with the bump. Here's Triggs again. Didn't get blocked that time. And I think it was a net violation on Triggs as she went over. And the game is tied at 21 apiece. And it looks like the Hawley student section is trying to copy the Spuds chant. You can't do that. I mean, you can't, but you also can't not take credit where it was due, or give credit where it was due, excuse me. Deflected, and that's a point for Moorhead as Haran will get credit for it. And she will serve. Triggs and Peterson will check out. Set up for Walker. And that was almost 4 hits, but what a turn of events there. And that one goes into the net. Alexa Kruger, who recently checked into the game, hits it into the net, and the game is tied at 22 apiece. Atchison with the bump. Here's Bathurst. She does it again! As DJ Khaled once said, another one. 23-22 Spuds. And they're just gonna let that one drop. Serious confusion on the Hawley Nuggets. And a timeout called by the Nuggets. 24-22 as the Spuds are looking to close out this set. We'll be back here on Spuds TV in a moment. Set point coming up here in set number 2, 24-22 Spuds, as they look to go up 2-0 here against the Nuggets. Bogenreef to serve. Hawley looking to stay in this one. Rustad, and that one is gonna go in favor of Moorhead as that one goes into the net. Moorhead wins set number 2, 25-22. And they look to go for a clean sweep here in set number 3. Definitely the player of this set was Grace Bathurst, as she dominated the entire way. Can she carry it on into set number 3? We will find out as we are going to take another break here on Spuds TV in preparation for the third set between the Nuggets and the Spuds. We are here for set number 3 between the Nuggets and the Spuds. Moorhead winning the last set 25-22 as the Nuggets couldn't get it over the net on the match point. Spuds look to make this a sweep. Lauren Peterson will serve. McKenna Walker tried to get it over and it's blocked. Annie Horan was right there to greet her. 1-0 in the blink of an eye. An avalanche of blocks for both sides. And an avalanche of points so far for the Spuds as that one went way over the line and it's 2-0. Walker with the bump. Peterson to Aubrey Smith. Stotts with the good bump there. Tip from Steer. McKenna Walker tries to tap it over. And she ends up being successful. And it's 2-1 Spuds here in set number 3. Ingrid Rusted will serve now for the Nuggets. Triggs with a good dig there. Here's Horan, blocked at the net once again. What a save there by Ryan Ness. But the game is tied as the ball goes out of bounds. But what a heads-up play from Ryan Ness. Wow. That was one of the prettiest digs I've ever seen. And another illegal rotation on the Spuds. That is the 3rd time they've been called for a legal rotation here tonight. Here's Peterson. Now to Ness. And it's going to go to Hawley. From this view, it almost looked like it was touched by Hawley. But it ends up going out of bounds, and it's 4-2. Triggs, the setup for Ness. And that'll go to Hawley as Fleming was able to finish it off, as that one could not be dug out by Moorhead. 5-2 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Bogan Reeve with the setup to Smith. Blocked at the net once again. They try again with Ryan Ness. McKenna Walker with just a light bump over the net. Now Peterson. Here's Triggs. McKenna Walker once again. And last touched. Or it wasn't even touched, it just went out of bounds. And it's 5-3. Kruger with the serve. And it's 6-3 as it was last touched by Moorhead. Peterson with a nice dig. Here's Ryan Ness. Bumped by Walker. Kruger. Bogenreef. Blocked at the net once again. And that one falls. 6-4 game. Ryan Ness gets checked out for Kendall Lund. Set up for Hawley. Tipped at the net by, I believe, Bogenreef. And blocked once again by Triggs. And could not be saved there. Could not be dug out by Alexa Kruger. And it's 7-4 Hawley. Isabel Steer will serve. Her team up 3. Peterson could not dig it out, and it's 8-4. Steer will serve once again. And that one just goes right into the net. Free point for Moorhead, and it's a 3-point game here in set number 3. And Moorhead student section pulling out all the insults on Hawley so far. They did the sad trumpet. You love to see it. Triggs with a soft hit. And that one almost looked like it was touched by Haran, and it was. It is a 4-point lead for the Nuggets. And that was a bad serve from Fleming, and it's 9-6. It has definitely been a war of attrition between these two student sections. And it has definitely been a war of attrition here in this game. Just a war period. And that was a big hit, a big shot delivered there to Bogenreef, and she's okay, it looks like. Good dig there by Lund. And it's 10-6 as that one goes out of bounds. The bump from Lund. Here's Triggs. Blocked once again. Here's Lund. Set up for Bathurst. Blocked once again. Blocked again. But it'll go out of bounds. Another instance in where Triggs has been denied, but the ball ends up going out of bounds. She'll take it. She'll take it any day of the week. Especially when a team like Hawley has really got her on lockdown. Bathurst almost got another kill there. She dominated set number 2. Here's Aubrey Smith, deflected at the net. Fleming with the deflection on Hawley's side. Here's Ryan Ness. And a whistle. Point to Moorhead. And a net violation on Hawley. And it sure was pretty obvious. It is 10-8. Triggs with the serve. In the air. And blocked at the net by Bathurst. And another net violation, this time on Bathurst, as she went to block it. And it's 11-8 Nuggets on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. Hannah Stotts, the libero, back in. Bathurst deflected. Stotts with a good bump. Blocked at the net by Bathurst, and a point for Moorhead. She's got a lot of highlights in this game so far. And that serve goes into the net from Peterson, and it's 12-9. Ingrid Rusted will serve. Bump by Peterson. Here's Ryan Ness, blocked at the net. And the defense of Hawley is able to create a quick point, and it's 13-9. They have done a really nice job at blocking any sort of hit over the net. They can't this time, but they're instead able to dig it out. Haran, oh, that was pretty. That was money from Annie Haran. And it's 13-10. Didn't even put that much on it. And that one's gonna bounce into the net as Ingrid Rusted tried to tip it over. And it's 13-11 here in set number 3. Alexa Kruger will serve. And that one goes way over the line, and it's 14-11. McKenna Walker with the serve. Here's Ryan Ness, and that one stays inside the line. Ryan Ness makes it a 2-point game, and she checks out. And Kendall Lund will be serving. Stotts tried to set up a hit over the net. Instead, it winds up a Moorhead point. As the Nuggets offense unraveled there. 14-13. A very powerful hit. And it looks like it was last touched by Moorhead. And that serve from Steer goes right into the net, and it's 15-14. There's been a lot of that in this game. Set up for Fleming. Here's Triggs. Hawley with the setup. McKenna Walker deflected by Bogenreef. Set up for Bathurst. And that one goes way over the line as the save from Ingrid Rusted led to the Hawley point. Annie Haran checks out. 16-14 here in set number 3. And that is going to be an ace for Sella Fleming. And the Nuggets go up 3. And she almost went over the line there. Bathurst. Oh, what a nice play there from Isabella Steer. Here's Triggs. Almost looked like it was deflected at the net. And it was last touched by Moorhead as Katrina Vetter was able to create the point. 4-point lead here in set number 3. Fleming with the serve. Peterson with the bump. Bogenreef. And some confusion on the Moorhead side as it looked like it was between Triggs and Bathurst. They could not decide on who was going to hit it over the net. And a timeout called by the Spuds as they're down 5 here in set number 3. We'll be back here on Spuds TV after this timeout.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
Nuggets up 5 here in set number 3, 19-14 on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. As they look to avoid the clean sweep here on the road in Moorhead. Set up for Bathurst. And a very, very powerful hit there. Lund was able to absorb it. The net was able to absorb that as it goes in favor of the Spuds, and it's a 4-point game. Aubrey Smith will replace Alexa Kruger. And that was a very flimsy hit from Kendall Hill. And it's a 3-point game. And it looked like she just wasn't ready for that hit. And they are really, the student section for Moorhead is really letting Hawley have it. And they're going to get another point here. 19-17 as that one goes into the net once more. And right on cue, the Moorhead student section at it again with the sad trumpet. And it's just not going to stop. And it's now 19-18 as that one sails over the line. And just like that, the Spuds are within a point. 19-18, just like that. Timeout taken by Hawley. We will be back here on Spuds TV in a moment.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
(19-18) here in set number 3. Spuds on a 4-0 run so far as they've gotten some lucky points. Bogenreef to serve. Steer with the bump on Hawley's side. And that one's blocked at the net. Bathurst can't do anything with it as she hits it below the net, and it's 20-18 in favor of Hawley. Bump by Kendall Lund. Here's Triggs. Blocked at the net once again, and it falls. The powerful hit from Triggs could not be handled at the net. It looked like it was going to be handled for the moment. And that's going to go off the hands of Walker. Good bump from Hill. Bathurst blocked at the net. Take 2, Aubrey Smith. McKenna Walker. That one sails over the line. And we are tied at 20. The Spuds are never out of it. Bump from Bathurst at the net gets denied. Almost a kill for the Spuds there. And Triggs can't save it. Tried digging it out, but it goes off her arm and out of bounds. 21-20. And Triggs tried bumping the ball over the net or to a teammate, but it doesn't go in her favor as that one goes straight into the net, and the lead's up to 2 for the Nuggets on the First Community Credit Union scoreboard. 22-20, Triggs with the bounce. Or I'm sorry, the bump. Bounce off of Stotts, and it's a 1-point game. 22-21. Hannah Stotts could not dig it out there. And that was beautiful placement there by Ingrid Rusted. (23-21). The bump from Peterson. Here's Ryan Ness. Now Hawley looking to go up 3. Set up for Haran. Good bump from Rusted. Haran with the hit. Set up for Walker. That goes into the net. It's a 1-point game. Alexa Kruger to serve. With their team down 1 here in set number 3. Played in the backcourt, and that was beautiful. That was absolutely gorgeous from Isabel Steer. And just like that, it is a 2-point lead and a game point for the Nuggets. Set up for Vetter. What a dig by Peterson. Here's Ryan Ness. Bump by Walker. Set up by Vetter. Now Triggs. Here's Haran. That one is off a nugget, and that's a point for Moorhead. It's a 1-point game. And a rotation upcoming. Kendall Lund checks in for Ryan Ness. And a timeout taken by Hawley. Moorhead storming back at the right time. We will be back here on Spuds TV for the last moments of set number 3.
Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spuds Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
24-23 here in set number 3. Crowd on their feet here on the campus of Moorhead High School. Kruger with the bump. Here's Triggs. It goes down off a Hawley nugget, and we are tied at 24. What a turn of events that was. Hawley up 19-14, and all of a sudden, we're tied at 24. And that one's gonna go off of McKenna Walker. It is 25-24 and match point coming up. A monumental mistake from McKenna Walker as she just let it bounce out of bounds. And that was going to sail over, and there it is! 26-24, the Spuds win. Get out the brooms, it's sweeping time here in Moorhead. 26-24, the final of set number 3. And the Spuds win all the 3 sets they needed to move to 3-1 on the season. What a game that was. It went back and forth in the 3rd set, as well as the 2nd set, but Moorhead was able to hold their own in each of them. And I'd give the player of the game to Grace Bathurst. She dominated the 2nd set with her offensive abilities as well as her defensive abilities in set number 3. That does it for girls volleyball here on Spuds TV. Moorhead moves to 3-1. Hawley drops this game as they move to 1-1 on the season. I'm Thomas Fox, wishing you all a good night.